Greetings, fellow Cybertronians, as I am Rod Rhyme, and I am back for the first part of the Gigazord review. Yes! Starting off, we have the Samurai Megazord, and these are all the components. We have the Ape Zord, or Monkey Zord, or whatever you want to call it, the Dragon Zord, the Lion Zord, the Bear Zord, and the Turtle Zord. Now, if you remember, I have reviewed these before. You should go all the way back. It's somewhere back in my log of reviews. I believe it was one of the first reviews I ever did. I did reviews these before, and so if you've seen that review, then you pretty much know what to expect. Anyway, but this is a new review. So, for those of you who don't know, these are the Power Rangers Samurai's Megazord components. These are the Zords of the Power Rangers Samurai team. Power Rangers Samurai was based on Super Sentai Shinkenger. In Shinkenger, all the Zords had what were known as origami forms, or origami modes, where basically they would just fold up in like little, kind of like Rock Lords. Anyone remember Rock Lords? They were kind of like that. Anyway, they would fold up into these like little, their own origami forms, and then the Japanese version of the Zords could replicate that. These, however, cannot, because these are actually remolds, completely new set. Nothing is the same between these and the Japanese counterpart. Well, not a whole lot is the same. There are some similarities, but not a whole lot is the same. Like, for instance, well, probably the main one is the dragon. You see this? This is the American version of the Samurai Dragon Zord. Now, the Japanese version is more intricate because it has a more intricate design because it had to fold up into its origami form. This one doesn't do that, so it's more simplified. As you can see, it's got giant tail, which will double as the Samurai's Megazord sword. Mouth does open. Head moves due to transformation. Tail moves a little bit due to transformation. Feet down here are stable, don't move at all. If you look down in its belly, you can see the Samurai Megazord helmet right there. Monkey, pretty simple. Arms can move. Ratchet, move out. Can't really hold a pose outward though. They're floppy. They just flop. They're just on a hinge. Not a very tight hinge. They just kind of flop around. Head, not move. Legs, do not move. What you see is what you get. Turtle. No, turtle can. Turtle's a turtle. Doesn't do much. You can move the little flaps. Now, an interesting thing about the turtle is that the turtle actually is the only one that actually retained its origami form, just to the nature of how it transforms into limb mode for the Megazord. So basically what you do, come in here, flip in the head, flip up the fins, close it up, and here is the Pink Ranger's origami form. Turtle's origami form. Only one that can do this. The only one. Due to the simplicity of its design. But, anyway. You'll see why, it's more, they left out the origami forms later, though. I mean, they may look simplistic now, but like back then it irked me to death, but now I can understand why. Because it makes for a much better looking Megazord, in my opinion. Much better. Anyway, moving on. Go to the bear. Now the bear is pretty generic. Mouth opens and closes. Head can move up and down. Legs can splay out to the side. Can't really move anywhere, so if you want, you can actually get the bear to lay down flat like that. Why would you want to do that? I don't know. But that's pretty much the bear. Doesn't do much. And then last but not least, we have the lion. The red lion, by the way. Those of you who remember, we've had a red lion before. 2, if I'm not mistaken. Think about it. Anyway, like the bear and the dragon, his mouth can move up and down. Head does not move though. Head is stationary, although it looks like it would be able to, because it's stationary. It doesn't move at all. Arms on flaps here. Your transformation. Back legs move forward. Can't really move back all that much, but they can move forward. And that's pretty much it. Okay, that's pretty much what you see, what you get. That's them. The Samurai Megazord team components, the Zords that make up the Samurai Megazord, whatever you want to call them. Anyway, so nothing else to do but get down to the transformation. So let's do that, shall we? Okay. Start off, we're gonna start with the dragon. Take the tail, pull it right off. Ow. Come in here. We're gonna push this little button right here. There's a button right there. Push. And then we're gonna gut the dragon again. Ow. And like that. Take that up. And there you have a leg, which will not stand. Okay. Bear, pretty simple. Hold up the legs. Lift up the head. There. Now, how come he stands when he doesn't? I'll just do that. There. Okay. And then take the lion. Lift up the arms. Lift up the legs. Come here. Lift that up. Connect. Connect. And then we have this thing. Okay. Arms. Now, this is the simplicity I'm talking about when it comes to the turtle. So what you want to do is you want to take it out. Basically, if you want to, you can just turn it into origami form. Like this. You can turn it into this. And then open it up all the way. Rotate this bit here to make a fist. And then this will go right here. Monkey, pretty simple. You just straighten out the arms and bring them straight up. And then join them. Like that. Come up here, look up the robot head, take the crest, flip this a little bit up, like that, and then just drop it right on. It doesn't clip in anywhere, it just kind of stays on. And then, last but not least, final touch. You take the sword, put it in the hand, And here you have the Samurai Megazord. Dun, 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 dun. And this is what I meant by a much better streamline. It's more streamlined. The original had really blocky feet. It was just straight down. It wasn't as streamlined as this. It had a wider hip area. It was like right here, and arms were a bit more blocky. And this just looks, to me, this looks better. Like, I prefer the original designs of the individual Zords. And then, of course, the origami forms, which, that would have been awesome. But, you know, you sacrifice all of that, and you get a much better Megazord, in my opinion. It just looks a whole lot better than the original. Now, articulation, it's standard affair. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Ay-ya, ay-ya, ay-ya. Samurais are not supposed to drop their swords. You would make a terrible samurai. You know that, right? Anyway. Have your sword facing the right way, you dumbass. Now, an interesting feature that this Zord has, because of the design of the Tiger Zord, the red Tiger Zord, and I just noticed the Tiger Zord had a serial number on his butt. Weird. Anyway, because of the design of the Tiger Zord, you can actually take the Samurai Sword and put it right there. You can actually store the sword on his hip. I think that's kind of cool. I like that. I like that feature. Oh yeah! Draw the sword. Place it in his hand. Now the original, I believe his name was Shinkino. The original, Megazord that this is based off of, for Shinkinsha, actually came with a shield. And this one does not. Because, well, while Shinkinsha actually had a gimmick where it would focus on what they would call the heathen discs. And basically, one of them was the shield. Well, here in America, we had a few of the discs. Only they were smaller, and really they served no purpose whatsoever. I mean, you could put them on, like, such roleplay weapons as the sword, and stuff like that, but for the most part, they served no purpose. So, anyway, it was a stupid gimmick. I didn't really care for it all that much. Anyway, back to the Zord itself. I like it. I like the design. It's, it does what it's supposed to. It looks like a Samurai Megazord. It does. It looks like, yeah, it looks like a Samurai Megazord. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the connection joints down here allow the legs to swivel. Why you would want to do that, I don't know, maybe showing off his new shoes or something, I don't know. Dude, look at my new dragon boots. Ah! Epic fail! Anyway, okay, so, that is pretty much the Samurai Megazord. He's cool. I like him. So, one down. How many left to go? You'll just have to find out. Who's next? Well, again, you'll just have to find out. Until then, this is Iron Rod Prime, signing out.